Hi, my name is Rob Schulman. I'm a prosthetist, which means I make artificial limbs, prostheses. I've been doing this for over 22 years. About 3 years ago, I had the opportunity to work with a young child from Tanzania, Africa, who was brought here by an organization, a non-for-profit organization called the Living Water Children's Center Fund. This young boy was missing both his arms and one of his legs, and he stayed here for a month in New York, and we made him 3 prostheses. When he had the prostheses on, he just was so happy, and to see the smile on his face was just a great moment for me. Didn't want the little guy to go back. The founder and president of the organization, the Living Water Children's Center Fund, Sherry Fine, approached me after and said, if I was to organize a trip to Haiti to make amputees prostheses, would you be interested in coming and helping out down there? And I thought I couldn't pass up such an opportunity. I remember my first trip to Haiti. I had no clue what to expect and how the people were living after the earthquake. And when we left the airport and saw the devastation, I was floored. Even though this isn't my first trip to Haiti, every time I come back, it affects me greatly to see the desperation in the people and the living conditions after the earthquake.
The earthquake rocked this impoverished Caribbean nation late this afternoon. The 7.0 quake was centered roughly 10 miles from the capital city, Port-au-Prince. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, a place where infrastructure is incredibly weak, and a disaster of this magnitude could well be an unfolding catastrophe.
The earthquake in 2010 took the lives of over 200,000 people. Knowing that over 2,000 Haitians were left as amputees made me realize how much my help was needed. We linked up with an organization called Mission of Hope, which does all kinds of medical, dental, and different types of missionary things. We stay when we go there. It's in Tatanyen, right outside of Port-au-Prince in Haiti. And on the grounds, the clinic is pretty bare bones, it's pretty basic, but it's just enough to make a prosthesis. Here in the States, this would definitely be thought of what we make there as a very basic type prosthesis. We're not utilizing very heavy technology, except for maybe some of the feet and the componentry that we're bringing. But as far as how they're fabricated, they're pretty simplistic in nature. But for someone who's living in Haiti, who's getting around, hopping around with crutches with one leg or one arm or whatnot, something is better than nothing. So we've been preparing over the past year, but especially the past few months, gathering lots of donations from amputees here in the States who, fortunately here we have great resources. Every amputee is going to be walking around with a leg or will have an arm if need be. It's usually just a matter of how technologically advanced it is. They're very appreciative for anything that we give them. Every trip I get to meet some really great people, but there's always one person in every trip that will touch my heart. So in comes Corrales, this young girl missing both of her legs above the knee. You could tell by the look on her face how scared she was. So I knew that this girl had been through a lot over the past few years. Obviously, being an amputee on both sides above her knee is a huge hurdle to begin with. And they explained to me that she also just lost her mother the month before that day. So she came in, and at first I wasn't even thinking of anything to do with the prostheses. I just wanted her to feel more comfortable with the scenario with me. So we started joking around with each other, and the more we got to know each other, the smiles started to come through. Getting to work with her, and as we started to go through the process of making the prostheses for her, you could see that she saw a bright light in her future. She started to take on a smile, and she started to joke with us. And when we stood her up for the first time and she started to walk, I've never seen a bigger smile before. It feels really nice to know that this young girl's life has changed from that day on, and she can learn to be a productive person in society, and knowing that makes me feel great. In the past 3 trips, I've been able to help 20 children amputees, making them new prosthetic limbs. It feels great to know that we're making a positive impact and helping the people out in Haiti, and I truly look forward to being able to help many more on future prosthetic mission trips. With continued help and support, I am hoping to double or even triple the number of children that we make prosthetic limbs for in the future.